Hi. So let me continue, all right, on the MIPS, okay, that we were discussing last. All right, so we have gone through the arithmetic operations, and now I want to go through the logical operations. Okay, so what are logical operations? Basically, all your logic gates that you have studied before. All right. Now, what we need to know is each register is holding 32 bits of information, which means that when you perform these logical operations, it's on all the bits. All right, so things like shift left, shift right, bitwise, and or not, and so on. Okay, so now let's have a quick review of the logical operations. AND gate, basically these are the inputs, A and B are the inputs. All right, and for AND gate, only when all inputs are 1, the output is a 1. OR gate, as long as any input is a 1, okay, the output is a 1. All right, NOR gate is basically the opposite of no, correct. So as long as all the inputs are 0, then the output is a 1. And exclusive OR, all right, to put it simply, for a 2-bit exclusive OR, only when both the bits are different, the output is 1. All right, so this is the quick overview of logical operations. Now let's look at how it applies to the register. Okay, so as we said, the register is 32 bits. So if I perform a shift left logical operation, okay, on one of the registers S0, then all the bits get shifted to the left by the number of positions. So if I execute this instruction, okay, SLL, okay, T2, S0 and 4. What am I effectively doing? I'm saying I want to take the contents of S0, shift left by 4, and assign, and the result of that will be stored in T2. All right. Now, let's look at this. So we have 32 bits in S0 and I'm shifting to the left by 4. All right. So what does that mean? That means the original 4 bits, okay, in the left of the register will have to get shifted out. So this 4 bits at the left of the register 1011 will get shifted out, and then the next 4 bits will become the first 4 bits, and so on. And that means that if 4 bits shift out, 4 bits must shift in. So what will get shifted in? 4 zeros. All right, so 4 zeros will shift in, all right, because the upper 4 bits have shifted out. All right. Now, one of the things to note is shift left is equivalent to multiplication by 2. Shift right is equivalent to multiplication division by 2. All right. Let me give you a very simple example. Okay. So in binary, okay, if I give you this number 0100, this is of course equivalent to, this is base 2, this is base 10. Okay, that means in decimal. Okay, and if I take this and I shift left by 1, okay, that means let's just take it as a 4-bit number. So this will get shifted out, this will come here, this will come here, this will come here, and 0 will come in. All right, so the new 4-bit value will be 100, and then a 0 will come in. And this is equivalent to 8. All right, as you can see, 4 times 2 gives me 8. So shift left, every time you shift left by 1 bit is equivalent to multiplication by 2. Shift right is division by 2. Okay, so it's the same thing. Now if I go in the reverse order, instead of shifting left, I shift right, then the result will be 8 will become 4, and 4 will become 2, and so on. All right, so this is uh, an important concept to note, because multiplication at the hardware level, in a traditional sense, is very expensive. Okay, expensive in a sense of the number of clock cycles it will take. All right, so in order to speed things up, in many cases, the compiler will try to replace multiplication operations with appropriate shift and add operations. All right. So that is what is mentioned here. So shifting left, for example, or shifting right can be equal can be equated to multiplication or division by 2 to the power of n. All right, so that is mentioned here. Now, AND operations and OR operations. So as we saw just now, AND and OR have their own bitwise operations. So when I apply it to a register, I am applying it to all 32 bits of the register. All right. So if I want to, for example, only keep certain bits in a register. Okay. Again, this is a 32-bit example. Let me give you a very simple 8-bit number. Okay. So if I say this is T1 and the 8-bit value is 10010010. Okay, now in terms of bits, this is bit 0, this is bit 1, this is bit 2, bit 3, bit 4, bit 5, bit 6, and bit 7. Okay, now if let's just say I only want to retain, okay, I only want to retain this bit 5 and bit 4. I do not want all the other bits. Okay, from T1 register, I only want to retain bit 5 and bit 4. What I can do, I can perform an AND operation with a bit pattern where only these two bits are 1. Okay, and all the other bits are 0. Why? Because when I do an AND operation with a 0, automatically the result is 0. Okay, when I do an AND operation with a 1, the original bit is retained. So 1 and with 1 I will retain as 1, 0 and with 1 I will retain as 0. So you can see that this two bits are retained while all the other bits are set to 0. Alright, so that is what the AND operation can let us do. Okay, if I want to, for example, only focus on certain bits. So this is also what we call masking, bit masking. Alright, so this is again a very important technique because in embedded systems, many times you want to just focus on specific bits. Alright, because in a register, certain bits will give us certain information and I only want to look at that bit. Alright, so this is a good technique to know. Alright, again, this is another example where I want to retain the last 12 bits. So in this case, I keep only the last 12 bits as 1 and all the rest will be set as 0 for the mask. Alright, now for OR operation, what is the use case if I want to set any bit to 1? Alright, now coming back to again a simple example of 8 bits. Alright, so if my original register T0 has a value of 10100011, okay, and if my aim, okay, is to set only these two bits to 1, alright, then what I will do is I will take a register where only these two bits I set it to 1 and everything else I set to 0. Okay, and if I perform the OR operation, okay, the OR operation here, then what will happen? As long as I OR with a 1, okay, if I OR with a 1, the output will always be 1. If I OR with a 0, I will retain the original value. Okay, so 1 OR with 0 will be 1, 1 OR with 0 will be 1. This will be 0, 1, 0, and 1. Okay, so as you can see here, these other bits retain the original value. Only those that I OR with a 1, the output bits will be a 1. Alright, so this is um, another technique. Alright, if I want to set any particular bits to 1. Alright, so what is NOR? NOR is, like we said, is the opposite of OR. That means only if the two bits are 0, okay, then the output is a 1. Alright, so interestingly, in the MIPS processor, we do not have a NOT instruction. NOT means to invert. Okay, NOT is to invert. That means 1 becomes 0, 0 becomes 1. In the MIPS architecture, there is no NOT instruction, but there is a NOR instruction. And how do we use NOR to get a NOT? We can do a NOR with a 0. Okay, so let me just give you a very simple example. Let's say T0 is 10101111, and if I take the 0 register, which is all zeros, okay, and I perform a NOR operation. Now, what is a NOR operation? Let me just come back here and I'll show you. A NOR operation means, okay, only if both inputs are 0, the output is a 1. Okay, if not, it is 0. Okay, so what happens here? Okay, so only if both inputs are 0, okay, like in this case, the output is a 1, the output is a 1. All right. Now, in all other cases, the output will be a 0. Okay, now if you take this, okay, if you take this and you, okay, compare with this, what do you see? They are the complement of each other. So 10101111, this is 01010000. Okay, so it tells us that a bitwise NOR, all right, with 0 is equivalent to a NOT operation. All right, then exclusive OR. Okay, exclusive OR basically means if the two inputs are different, the two bits are different, the output is a 1. All right. Now, one interesting point here is how do I load a 32-bit constant into a register? Okay, how do I load a 32-bit constant into register? All right. Because my register is 32 bits, all right, any instruction, okay, will need to set aside some bits for the uh, instruction encoding in terms of what is the operation you want to carry out. All right, so you will never get the full 32 bits to store a value. So how can we solve this? So in MIPS, what we can do is we can load a 32-bit constant in two steps. One is to load upper immediate followed by OR immediate. Okay, what is upper immediate? Load upper immediate means take whatever data and put it into the upper 16 bits first. All right, so if I want to store this full 32-bit pattern, I need to break it up into upper 16 bits and lower 16 bits. So this first instruction will load the upper 16 bits into the register. All right, and finally the next instruction will load the lower 16 bits into the register. Okay, to load the lower 16 bits into the register, I do a OR operation. Okay, why does the OR operation work? Because when I do the load upper immediate, okay, this load upper immediate only specifies 16 bits. Okay, only 16 bits. So what happens to the other 16 bits? The lower 16 bits are automatically filled with zeros. So when I do a OR with a 0, what happens? The new value that I specify is the one that will be retained in the register. Okay, so go and try it out. It's always best to take out a pen and paper, and try it out yourself, write the ones and zeros, and see for yourself how it works out. All right, then you get a better idea on this. All right, so thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.